It is reasonably moist. It brings a moistness to the cereal. Happy birthday, everybody, and welcome to Cerealsly, where we take cereals seriously. My name is Alex, and one day, driving home late from work, I suddenly saw a meteor streak across the night sky, light up everything right in front of me. Actually, I didn't know at the moment that it was a meteor, and for some reason, I genuinely thought it was probably a nuclear missile coming to blow us all up. I don't know why I was so paranoid at that moment, but I'm just reporting the facts. Now, in that instant, when I thought we might all die in a nuclear apocalypse, my first instinct was to roll down the window of my car and stick my head out the window. I think the idea was that if I was going to die in a nuclear blast, I wanted to face it head on. I didn't want to die being pelted by molten windshield glass. If you've ever faced what you incorrectly thought was certain death and had an odd reaction, I'd love to hear about it down in the comments. Today on Cerealsly, we're taking a look at one of the most intriguing new cereals of our fresh-faced 2024. Actually, it's 3 cereals, the 3 new loaded cereals from General Mills. The conceit of these 3 cereals is very much like the much-debated Krave cereal. They're a pillowy-shaped cereal filled with cream, in this case, vanilla cream. Filled treats have always been a staple of the American snacking scene. Perhaps the granddaddy of all filled snacks would be the lovable Twinkie, invented in 1930. I'm actually very excited that most of us will live to see the 100th birthday of Twinkies, Lord willing, right around the corner on April 6th, 2030. What a day that's going to be. But Twinkies are not alone. There are Pop-Tarts, Cadbury cream eggs, filled donuts, even Gushers count. There's even, stuffed crust pizza invented in the 1990s by Pizza Hut. Actually, I guess that's stuffed, not filled. But speaking of stuff, even snacks like Oreos or Ritz Bits are sometimes referred to as having a filling. What do you think? Is an Oreo filled with cream? Or does an Oreo consist of 2 cookies with cream in between? Or does the whole thing collectively count as a cookie? Let me know in the comments if you have a strong opinion about this hot topic. Now, as I've already mentioned, even glancing at the 3 cereals I'm about to show you will immediately bring to mind another filled cereal brand, Krave. Krave is the same concept. It's a pillowy cereal piece with a filling. In that case, it's chocolate. I have a confession. I've never actually had Krave. I think it looks like it's trying too hard to be cool, so I've avoided it. One of these days, I hope to do a Krave episode. Now, Krave, of course, comes from Kellogg's and has absolutely cornered the market on these filled cereals, fending off competitors for the past decade. In fact, this isn't even the first time General Mills has peeked its head up to try to bring a Krave competitor to market. In 2019, General Mills launched Fillos. They look just like the loaded cereals I'm about to show you, but came in 2 different varieties: Hershey's Cookies and Cream and Pillsbury Cinnamon Roll. Then, after those were discontinued, General Mills tried again with a trial product only sold in select Hy-Vee supermarkets, and it was in 2022. Those were called Filled Bites. Those also came in 2 flavors, Pillsbury Cinnamon Roll again, and Golden Graham S'mores, which sounds absolutely fantastic. That trial cereal never fully came to market, but instead went back into the General Mills test kitchen, only to reappear this month in the form of the new loaded cereals. So let's take a closer look. First, we have these, Cocoa Puffs Loaded. These, to me, seem the most straightforward. Chocolate cereal, vanilla filling. Chocolate and vanilla, classic combo, timeless. But it's worth noting that the filling is described here as vanilla creme. I made fun of the Elf on the Shelf cereal that said it was snow creme flavor a few months ago, but I looked it up. The reason why these cereals use the word creme instead of cream isn't just because they're pretentious, though they may be. It's because the FDA does not allow food products to use the word cream unless they actually contain cream, like dairy cream. And I checked the ingredients on these. These do not have dairy cream in them, so they label it creme. Now, that little accent on the E, that is not required. That really is just being pretentious. Now, I have to admit, I haven't actually been a big fan of the cocoa that Cocoa Puffs provides. I find it bland and unsatisfying. But maybe what Cocoa Puffs have always needed was their friend vanilla to come along and bear some of the flavor load. I hope that's the case. Next, we have Cinnamon Toast Crunch Loaded. Another flavor combo that seems fantastic with the vanilla. I actually hope it evokes a frosting type flavor like you might spread on hot cinnamon rolls. Finally, we've got Trix Loaded. I am super glad that General Mills released these along with the other two because I think these are the biggest flavor swing. I don't think I connect the dots on first sight between the fruity tanginess of Trix and vanilla cream. Still, they went all in on these. They even made them 3 different colors: red, blue, and purple. Something neither of the other two could have even done. By the way, I went to the official website for these cereals trying to get some nutritional information. It's liveinloadedcereals.com, by the way, and the website is age restricted. You have to be 18 years or older to access it. Now, once I got inside, I searched and searched for something foul that would be bad for kids, but for the life of me, I couldn't find anything. I wonder if that means that they're gearing up for some sort of, I don't know, maybe sweepstakes that only adults can enter, or they have a secret plot to release a pornographic version of these cereals in the future. Hopefully it's the sweepstakes. But remember, these cereals have 2 parts to their mission, at least. First, they need to be enjoyable to cereal eaters. But second, they need to be successful enough to gain a foothold in the ever-resilient, Krave-dominated world of filled cereals. What do you think? Will these rise to the challenge? And if they don't topple their Goliath, will they at least learn to live side by side in peace? Friends, it's time to eat some cereal. All right, I think I am ready. I have got my bowls, my spoon, my milk, and of course the cereals. Now, diehard fans will notice I am trying out new bowls today. A few people have commented that it might be fun to use clear bowls so that, I don't know, you can see how it degrades in milk or something. I'm a big fan of my old brown bowls, but these were a gift from my mother-in-law Joyce for Christmas this year, so I am beyond grateful, and we're gonna give them a trial run, see if it does us any favors. All right, I think I'm gonna start in the order I introduced them with Cocoa Puffs Loaded. So let's open these babies up. Oh, they smell great. They smell of chocolate, cocoa, and cream. Look at that. They're maybe not quite as big as I expected. I guess the pillows aspect of them brought to mind like Big Biscuit, which is totally a different cereal. I thought they were going to be mini wheats size, frosted mini wheats size, but these are like mini wheats. Have you had those? Little Bites? Those are great. Anyway, let's try these things out dry and see what we think. Oh, yeah. Wow. Boy, the cereal has like a tenderness to it. Great chew, and the vanilla in the middle really does make a difference. Boy, it tastes great. Boy, you could just snack on these without milk. And actually, I want to bite one in half. The visual that I have inside is not giving it enough credit because the vanilla cream really goes a long way. It's not like a gusher where it's tons of vanilla cream flying into your mouth, but it is reasonably moist. It brings a nice moistness to the cereal. Wow, I did not expect to be so into this. All right, let's try it with milk and see what happens. See how you can see in the bowl when I'm pouring the milk now? What an innovation. What a change. Let's give Cocoa Puffs Loaded a try with milk. Wonderful. Boy, I really like it. The outside cereal has a great mouthfeel. It's not too strong. It's not too fluffy. It really is just right in the amount of chew, the amount of tenderness it gives. This is fantastic stuff. Is this what Krave is like? Well, that was a wonderful surprise. Let's go on. Let's try now the Cinnamon Toast Crunch version of the Loaded series from General Mills. Pour it in. I wish they had the swirl on it that they stamp on normal Cinnamon Toast Crunch cereal. I know that's probably not possible, but I'm missing that here. This kind of looks a little tan, a little beige to me. But looks are just the beginning. Let's try this stuff dry and see if it's as good as the Cocoa Puffs loaded. Let's try Cinnamon Toast Crunch loaded dry. This one is not as perfect of a match, but it's still great. That cream is just wet enough to give me a sense that I could snack on these without my mouth drying out. That's very rare in cereals. Boy, I wonder how they do this. How do they get the frosting layer in this? Is it like they print out one long strip of the bottom, put the cream, a little dab of cream on top, cover it up, and then cut it? I bet that's what they do before they bake or puff it or cook it or whatever. All right, let's put some milk on it. All right, let's try this. Cinnamon Toast Crunch loaded with milk. The cereal pieces, the outside really is the winner here. The texture of it absorbs the milk, helps you get a wonderful mouth of cereal fun. And the inside frosting is really the extra cherry on top. You might not even need it, but boy, is it welcome. I'm having a great time, friends. This is really good stuff. Now for the wild card. Let's give Trix loaded a try. Remember, the reason why I feel like this is on a different scale that we'll have to figure it out is because of the fruitiness. Will fruity, tangy flavors of Kix, will those go with the frosting? We'll have to see. All right, let's pour it out and see what we think. Ooh, the colors are good, mostly sticking to their actual intended colors, but with a bit of crossover that looks a little sloppy, General Mills. Let me try a purple first. Super good. Let me try one of the bluish, tealish ones. Finally, the red. Well, I had nothing to worry about. This fruity flavor is also amplified. It is encouraged to shine by the filling, the vanilla cream filling. Let's try this Trix loaded cereal from General Mills with milk. The most impact that the vanilla cream had was in the Cocoa Puffs cereal. Well, what a delightful surprise. Let's talk ratings here. Cocoa Puffs loaded are a 4.5 out of 5. They are phenomenal. The chocolate and the vanilla are the perfect pair. I have never enjoyed Cocoa Puffs as much as I enjoy them as Cocoa Puffs loaded. For these other cereals, both Cinnamon Toast Crunch loaded and Trix loaded, I'm going to give both of these a 4. Before we get to the conclusion, I do want to be brave, reach back over here. It's been, let's say, a full 5+ minutes, and put myself in a risky position to try these again and see how much damage was done with them sitting in a bowl for 5+ minutes. It looks squishy. Let's give it a try. Oh my gosh. They turn downright yucky. Sogtastic when they have been in milk too long. Eat with expedience. Just focus on eating them when you pour yourself a bowl, and you will have a lovely time. Well, friends, we have done it all. We talked, we ate, we got loaded with loaded cereals. That does not sound right. And now it's enough. Remember, we gave these cereals a 4.5 for the Cocoa Puff loaded, and the other ones we gave a solid 4. If you want to try today's cereals for yourselves, they're arriving on store shelves this month. Though the official website I mentioned has this weird countdown clock that still has 15 or so days on it. So maybe the official launch is supposed to be February 1st? I don't know. I got mine a few days ago at Walmart. Now listen, if you haven't yet, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment with what cereal we should look at together in a future episode. Until then, never be soggy, my friends. Bye-bye.